the still point, a quiet space to pause, notice, and reflect. Insight shapes your reality.
Let me say something you're not supposed to say out loud. Fuck them. Not in a tantrum, not in bitterness, not in revenge, in freedom. Because some of you are still living inside other people's opinions, still shrinking, still editing yourself, and still performing stability for people who never carried your weight. And it's exhausting you. You keep thinking, if I just prove myself a little more, if I just explain it better, if I just show them I've changed, they'll finally understand. No. Some people are committed to misunderstanding you. You need to understand that. Because if they understood you, they'd have to confront themselves. And most people would rather label you than question their own comfort. You went through collapse, real collapse. The kind where your identity fractures, where your beliefs fall apart, where the version of you that made sense to everyone died quietly. And instead of support, you got judgment. Instead of curiosity, you got distance. Instead of, are you okay, you got silence. So you internalized it. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I did ruin everything. Maybe I'm the problem. Listen carefully. You're not weak. You were just reorganizing. When illusions break, it feels bad. When your nervous system overloads, it looks like instability. When you refuse to lie to yourself anymore, it looks like rebellion. But what it actually is evolution. And evolution is uncomfortable to watch. Especially for people who are still pretending. They liked you when you was predictable, when you were agreeable, when you were smaller than them. The moment you stopped fitting their version, you become too much and too intense, too different. Translation, you stopped being controllable. Here's what nobody tells you. The moment you stop needing validation is the moment you become powerful. Because now your decisions aren't driven by applause. They're driven by alignment. And alignment is dangerous. Dangerous to people who built their comfort on your compliance. You don't need everyone to understand you. You don't need to understand yourself. You don't need everyone to clap. You need to build, quietly, consistently, relentlessly. The people who doubted you, let them. The people who left, let them. The people who still talk about the old you. They're speaking about a version that doesn't exist anymore. And here's a part that might sting. Keep trying to win over people who already decided who you are. Stop auditioning. Stop over-explaining. Stop apologizing. You survived. And you're still here. That is not weakness. That is forged. You don't need revenge, you need momentum. You don't need their approval, you need discipline. You don't need to prove them wrong. You need to build something so solid their opinion becomes irrelevant. And that starts the moment you say, not with anger, not with hate, but with clarity. Fuck them. I will build anyway. I will grow anyway. I will choose myself anyway. Because the most dangerous person in the room is the one that no longer needs permission. You're not broken. You're becoming.